Welcome to OTCL 520, week number 2. Yay! You made it through the first week! And you've probably got the Hebrew alphabet down, and I hope you do. I'm going to show you some fantastic things you now have access to that you didn't have before. But first off, the two chapters you'll deal with in the textbook, Chapter 4 and 5. Chapter 4 deals with nouns, how to make them plural and how they look like in the singular, but it's not really that difficult. Chapter 5 deals with the definite article, which is the, and the vav conjunction, which is translated and. Even though they take the whole chapter to describe these two items, they're really just lexical things. And if you've had Greek, you understand that the Greek article has all these different forms that you have to learn. You don't have to do that with Hebrew. There's only one article, and it's fairly straightforward. Now, one of the things with nouns and looking at the article and the vav is you want to get down to the lexical form. Why? So that you can look it up in the lexicon. Now, here is the premier lexicon that has been around for a gazillion years. Brown, Driver, and Briggs. It's very old and it's a little bit difficult to use. But like any lexicon of Hebrew, you've got to know the Hebrew language, the alphabet, to be able to use it. You can look up words in their lexical form here. This will take a little bit of doing, but this lexicon can be had fairly inexpensively. There are others around, and I'll tell you about those later on. And they will give you tremendous information about Hebrew vocabulary that you did not have access to before. Now, especially important for you is to look around in your textbook. There are appendices in the back. And I think very important is the Hebrew dictionary in the back. It's very limited, and it tells you where the words are first discussed. So have a look at that. Have a look at the end of your textbook. Another item to take into consideration is sometimes this system, even though you try to submit your work in the WBAs, something goes weird and it ends up in process in the gradebook. And I will email you and ask you, well, what's going on here? Did you try to do it? Just let me know. The first exam coming up covers the first 2 modules, not the first 3. The 3 modules, well, the module from modules 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be covered on the second exam. Did you know that God has a long nose? Check out 5.10 in your textbook. Yes, it's a Hebrew idiom, but I thought it's a very interesting way to understand their expressions. Hope you have a great week.